Hey everyone, Fina here from Fina Reads. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today with my November TBR, which might be a shorter one because November is going to be a mood reading month for me. I'm just coming out of a very competitive readathon. We have been all reading like crazy. I'm so excited to see who's going to be the winner of this readathon. That's one of the main reasons why I just want to slow down a little bit in November and read some books that I'm actually really excited about reading. And the other reason is in mid-November starts the new competitive season for Magic the Gathering, which I want to participate in. So a lot of weekends will be spent gone traveling to local game stores so I can play in those competitive events and hopefully, get an invite to the next level. But if you have no clue about Magic the Gathering or these types of events, none of this matters to you. It just means less reading time for me. Although I might talk about Magic the Gathering at the end of this video again, because I had an idea on how I could combine this with this TBR video, and we will see how that goes. But to talk about the books that I want to read. So there's one series that I really want to still finish out this year, and that is the Ringsworn Trilogy by Howard Andrew Jones. I'm in the middle of book 2 as I'm recording this, and I'm hoping that I can still finish book 2 in October so it counts for the readathon, and then I want to finish out the series in November with When the Goddess Wakes, which is book 3 in this series. So far I'm enjoying it. It's not completely throwing me off my chair, but I'm enjoying it enough that I definitely want to know how it continues. I think it's unique enough as a fantasy series to keep me invested. There's one character that I'm really liking. The others I find okay, but I haven't really fully connected yet. But again, it's more the uniqueness of the story that keeps me glued to the pages, if that makes sense. The other fantasy book that I wanted to read for a while is A Cackle by Rachel Harrison, and I believe Rachel Harrison could be a favorite author for me. So far, I've only read Such Sharp Teeth, which is a werewolf book, and I really loved the mix of kind of wholesomeness, lightheartedness, serious topics, a really great plot, great character development. It was a great mix of a story. So I'm hoping that I'm getting something similar with Cackle, just with a witch theme. And I know she has a bunch of other books out. There's Black Sheep, something that I would be really interested in. The book that just came out that is more related to vampires sounds really interesting. So yeah, we'll see. This is going to be the deciding book. Well, I mean, even if I don't like it, I probably would try another Rachel Harrison book afterwards. But if I like it, I will definitely add her to my list of new favorites. Moving into a slightly different category, because I've read a lot of fantasy lately, so I need a little bit something different. And I want to try the Reformatory by... I don't want to butcher the name, so I apologize, but you've probably seen this book around. It's a bit glary, first of all, because I Milo repped it, but it has been around lately on BookTube. I first heard about it from Ian the Reader, who has been gushing about the book, and I definitely want to give it a try. So first of all, the plot sounds very interesting, and then it sounds like it's talking about very important topics in a very elegant way. So I'm really curious about this book. And then after I heard Ian talk about it, I heard Theo talk about it. So he and I am actually going to buddy read it. He is buddy reading also with someone else. I just, linked to myself into this whole conversation. Also, I find the cover really cool. I don't know, the vibe is something. I love it. And then lastly, there has been a lot of talk, mostly from Andrew's Wizardly Reads, about Joe Hill. And there have been 2 Joe Hill books on my shelves for quite some time. And I want to read one of them, Firemen or Horns. I'm not quite sure yet, but both have premises that I'm very interested in. Both I'm pretty sure I'm going to like, since, I like Stephen King. And since this is the son of Stephen King, I'm not too worried about not liking this. So I'm not sure yet which one. One of those 2, just, talk to me. And I'm feeling the FOMO. Speaking of FOMO, as I said, I want to mood read. So I decided to try a little game. I've mentioned that before in a couple of videos that I'm, besides reading, my other big hobby is Magic the Gathering. I've been playing it for 25 plus years on and off, more off than on. But the last 2 years I've actually been playing a lot more. And I just came back from Magic Con, which is one of their big events that they have throughout the year. This one was in Vegas, and I just came back with my husband, and I'm hyped. Like, there's so much good stuff that they have announced that is coming out the rest of this year and next year. So I was wondering, how can I incorporate Magic the Gathering into my videos in a way so it's not, for those of you who have zero interest in this game, so it's not annoying for you, but still maybe fun. So, and my thought was, there are so many people out there that use Monopoly for their TBR games and whatnot, so I decided, you know what, I'm using Magic the Gathering to help pick books for my TBR. And what I'm trying this time is I picked my 2 favorite cards from the current set, and I will use a theme from those cards to pick a mood read. I will not pick the book quite yet. I'm just picking the cards, and then throughout the month, I will go through my shelves and see which book might fit. If you have a recommendation, if you maybe see a book somewhere back here that you think would fit that recommendation that I should read that fits the theme, absolutely let me know that in the comments. The first card that I want to pick, and I need to look it up because it's a long name and I keep forgetting it, is Overlord of the Mistmoors, which is a really good card. And the basic premise, for those of you who have no clue about Magic, is that this card doesn't come alone. It brings a couple of companions with it that help you win the game. So my prompt for this card is a book with some sort of companionship, friendship, family, something of that kind. And it doesn't have to be fantasy, by the way. It can be any genre. So that's the first one. And the second one, speaking of FOMO earlier, is FOMO, Fear of Missing Out, which is a card that gives you a second attack option to attack your opponent, which is typically in Magic the Gathering, you only have one attack step, but this gives you a second one. So I thought my prompt for this one could be second chance. Whatever that means. Again, that's kind of my prompt for this game. So one is companionship, the other second chance, and those are my 2 mood rating prompts for the month of November. And then I will see if it works out or not. And if it works out, I might do this again, because there's another set coming out next month that I could use for my December TBR. Perfectly fine. By the way, if you're interested in Magic the Gathering, let me know down in the comments. I always love to talk with people about not just my favorite books, but also the favorite game that I've been playing for such a long time. Let me know down in the comments. A quick and easy TBR video for the month of November. I cannot believe we're already in November. How is this year passing so fast? I have no idea what's happening. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. By the way, if you're interested in books like Joe Hill or his father Stephen King, check out my ranking of all the Stephen King books that I've read so far. And if you want to see how my mood reading picks from Magic the Gathering worked out, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down here. Till then, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you soon with another video.